Selecting a different object or material will most likely change the building or unit costs. UI3 has a solution to track those changing prices. You can display the price and features of certain objects in the scene with the Object Info blueprint or by adding an info section to the variation list. UI3 keeps track of the selections made by the user in the scene during a session. It can output the choices and the object's costs into a report. Add the cost tracking widget to the UI as explained in Part 3 of the video tutorial series. There are some additional settings in the cost tracking section of the info map. Set the currency symbol here for all widgets and reports. Unit costs are fixed costs that cannot be changed by the user and don't change no matter what the user's choices are. They will appear in a separate category on top of the reports. Every array element is one fixed cost item. Price groups can categorize the reports. The demo project has 4 price groups. You can add or modify the group names here. Layout or design sublevels can be swapped by the user. Each level may have different fixed costs attached to it. The cost group blueprint can be placed into a streaming level and track those level-dependent fixed costs. Place the blueprint BPS.UI3 cost group into the scenario level that needs additional level-specific costs. Set the cost group and add array elements for each fixed cost items for this group. You can place additional blueprints if there are items for more than one cost group needed. The demo project has a cost group blueprint placed in the building level. This level doesn't stream, so in this case the cost items will be in every report. The object blueprint can be used to display information, including the price, for objects in the scene. The information is now displayed in the Edit Mode widget, the same that gives the user the option to change objects in the scene. The object info was displayed in the Object Info widget in previous UI3 versions. Get the latest update if you can't select Object Info blueprints in Edit Mode. Place the BPS.UI3 Object Info blueprint into the same level as the object is in. Use the actor array to connect the scene object to the blueprint. The object name will be used as the name and title in the widget and in reports. The object text contains the information that will be displayed for this object. I pasted most of the information from the manufacturer's webpage. Line breaks are added automatically, but there is currently no other advanced formatting possible. Set the price next. It will not be displayed if the amount is 0. The object image is the main larger image that will be displayed next to the object text. I used the Windows snipping tool to get it from the manufacturer's website. Save it as PNG or JPG file and import it into your project. Set the compression settings of all textures used in the UI to User Interface to avoid them being displayed in low resolution. The brand icon is optional. Ticking Use UI colors will turn a black and white image into the color set used for the rest of the UI. Use the array index of a price group. Price groups can be set in the info map. Set the type of units and how many units there are. Having 32 square meters of wood flooring would make the unit type square meters and the unit amount 32. The Object Info section can also be added to each variation in the variation blueprint. Tick the box for Show Info in the Variation Info section, then add an Object Info array element for each variation. You can paste the Object Info section from the Info object to the variation actor or between variation actors. The first Object Info array element will be displayed for all variations, if there is only one info array element. The price array can be used if you do not need an object info section for each variation. Tick the Use Price Array to display the prices next to the variation name in the variation list. Show Unit Price will show the price per unit in brackets. The price set in the price array will overwrite the price set in the object info. Unit type could be square meter or square feet, and the amount is multiplied by the price to get the actual cost of the object. The cost tracking widget can display a snapshot of the cost. It's always up to date and is the easiest way to test the cost items of the scene. You'll see the fixed unit cost items on top with a subtotal. Then the cost items categorized in price groups. Each has a subtotal. Finally, at the bottom is the overall total for the current selection. There are two icon buttons at the bottom of the list named CSV and HTML. Clicking on them will create a report. The reports are printed in the output log of the project. You can copy them from there into Notepad. There they can be saved as a CSV or HTML file. Check the tutorial available in this playlist about how to use the Easy File Manager plugin to save report files directly from the UI3 to a hard drive. Link is in the description. CSV is a comma-separated data file format. It can be used in Excel or Google Sheets. Here are a few thoughts if you are looking for a more advanced customization of the UI3 interface. Unreal has a SQL plugin that could be used to connect the user interface to a web page or any other database outside of Unreal. All report-related functions are now stored in a blueprint library named BFL Report. It should be fairly easy to add customized functions to this library. You could keep your changes by backing up and then reuse the function library in case the UI3 project is updated with a newer version. Variations can already be loaded from a user save. The functionality to update the scene from external data is already there. You'll find the functions in the s.ui3 character in the User Manager section. The main blueprint custom events for reloading variations from a saved game are in the event graph. Look for Load Game Slot and Save Game Slot. Let me know if you would need some further help to customize the user interface. I'm happy to help with simple problems. Or I can give you a quote for more complex solutions. This concludes this tutorial.